वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। दिस इज़ योर फ्रेंड विशु फ्रॉम साइकिल राइडर रॉय एंड आज के इस वीडियो में मैं आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ द ब्रांड न्यू Polygon Siskiu D7 2021 एडिशन। दिस इज़ अ फुल सस्पेंशन माउंटेन बाइक बाय Polygon जिसका आज हम करने वाले हैं एक टेस्ट राइड एंड रिव्यू। Polygon Siskiu D7 is a full suspension mountain bike designed for riders who are looking for a good full suspension bike to have fun on the trails without spending a lot of money. The Polygon Siskiu D7 features a ALX 6061 aluminum alloy frame. The frame features a tapered slacker head tube angle with 67 degree. The frame geometry is cross country plus trail oriented, which means you can ride this bike for long cross country rides as well as for trail specific rides. This frame has a shorter reach for better control, shorter chainstay for confident riding on trails. The frame has an internal cable routing which keeps your bike look neat and clean as well as keeps it rattle free during your ride. The frame has boost spacing, which is the latest technology in mountain biking. The rear triangle has less lateral flex, which helps in overall stability of the bike, and there is good tire clearance provided for muds and debris during the wet weather ride. You get NTT Expert aluminum alloy handlebar on this bike with 780 mm in length along with a 45 mm of stem, which is good for overall handling of this bike. On the handlebar, we get Shimano MT201 brake levers along with Shimano Dior 11-speed shifter. The hand grips are provided by NTT. On the front, we get a RockShox Recon air suspension fork with 120 mm of travel. The fork features a shoulder lockout along with a rebound adjustment. The RockShox Recon Silver is a good fork. It's strong. It eases out the ride. It can take beating during the trail rides as well as the suspension makes your overall bike much lighter. On the back, we get a RockShox Select Plus Debonair shock, which helps the entire rear triangle travel for 120 mm. The RockShox Select Plus Debonair is a really good shock. This year the suspension was upgraded from the previous one as the previous one had X-Fusion shock. The Siskiu D7 features a 1x11 speed drivetrain. You get a Shimano Dior 11-speed cassette with 11 and 50 watt teeth range, along with Shimano Dior 11-speed derailleur with shadow and clutch. On the front, we get a Shimano Dior M5100 single-speed crankset with 32 teeth ring and KMC X11 chain. The entire drivetrain is really good and probably the best one I have ridden so far. Cassette is lightweight, crankset is superb, shifting of the bike is superb and crisp. So currently I'm riding at 110. This bike has a drivetrain of 111. So let's see how well this drivetrain performs. I'm currently climbing and as you can see, climbing via one hand. So देखते हैं कितना better ये drivetrain perform करता है and मैं climb कर पाता हूँ कि नहीं. Now thanks to the latest Shimano Dior drivetrain on this bike, you get enough gearing ratio कि आप बहुत easily climb कर सकते हो and you can see the view from here. This year's Polygon Siskiu D7 is equipped with a dropper post. The dropper post is provided by TransX. It's an internal dropper post with 150 mm of travel along with NTT saddle. Polygon uses a size fit method for their bike, which means each bike frame size is paired with a particular size wheel set for optimal ride. The one we got for review was a size medium, which features a size 27.5-inch wheel sets. These wheel sets are NTT XL2, which has 30 mm inner width for better stiffness and can easily accommodate wider tires. Both the wheel sets are double-walled alloy and can be easily converted into tubeless. Both the front and rear wheel set has Shimano MT400 series hubs. We have Schwalbe Nobinick performance tires on this bike, which are 27.5 by 2.25 in size. Both front and rear we get through axles, which are better than quick release. They are more stiffer and provide you much confidence on the trails. We also get metal pedals on this bike. The Polygon Siskiu D7 is a shorter travel bike designed to use for having a fun trail session on your local trails. But you cannot really expect an enduro level or downhill level performance from this bike, as this bike is not designed for those type of riding. It's a more cross country and trail oriented bike designed for having fun session on your local trails. So let's talk about who this bike is made for. This bike is basically made for three types of people. Number one, those who were earlier riding a hardtail bike and now wants to own or ride a full suspension bike. Number two, those who don't want to spend a lot of money to get a full suspension bike so that they can ride on the challenging trails as well as have fun on their local trails. Plus those who are looking for a full suspension bike which they can use for both cross country as well as for trails. And the third type of people who just want a full suspension bike so that they can tell others that they own a downhill bike. Now let's talk about some of the positives of this bike. The Polygon Siskiu D7 has a really good frame geometry which you can feel the moment you ride this bike. Climbing or descent on the frame gives you a really good confidence. Even for long ride, the frame is comfortable as this is designed for both cross country and trails. So a potential cross-country racer or someone who wants to go for a long mountain tour can definitely use this bike. A full suspension bike is designed to have fun on the trails, and this bike can surely gives you a lot of fun when you go for a ride on the trails. On road, it may feel a little heavy as the tires are grippier, but on trails, they just roll really good. The reason this bike stands out from the rest of the competition is because of the specifications that you are getting. You are getting the latest Shimano 1x drivetrain, both front and rear RockShox suspension, tubeless ready wheel set and a really good geometry which is enough to take long rides as well as beating on the trails. Now let's talk about some of the negatives or maybe something which Polygon can improve in the future. The number one which I can find is the handling. The bike handles all type of terrains really good. However, when it comes to tight cornering, the bike feels a little slower on that. So Polygon should definitely look into this. Braking should also be improved on the bike as the Shimano MT201 has lesser braking power. So a MT400 series would be ideal. I also felt that a 203 mm disc brake rotor on the front would be ideal from a 180 mm and a 180 mm of disc brake rotor on the back from a 160 mm rotor would surely make the braking powerful. Overall, the Polygon Siskiu D7 is really good for the budget. So if you are someone looking forward to buying a full suspension bike or if you want to upgrade from a hardtail bike, then you can definitely consider this bike as your next upgrade. Polygon Siskiu D7 weighs in around 14.3 kilograms and the price of this bike in India is 1,39,990 rupees. So do make sure to like and share this video. I took a lot of pain to make this video for you guys. Make sure to subscribe this channel for more bike reviews and I'll see you with the next video. Until then, keep pedaling, stay fit and always smile.